Right now, the Sui Network and its ecosystem, and of course the SUI token, are on fire, deservedly so. Sui is currently holding its Basecamp in Dubai. This is happening today. It started yesterday, the 1st of May. It's continuing today, the 2nd of May. And there's all kinds of news and activity going on there. And it probably wouldn't surprise me if this ignites even more price appreciation because they're coming out with a lot of pretty exciting announcements, actually. Before Basecamp started, there was already pretty good news out there for Sui. It's a project that just got dragged down through no fault of its own with the rest of the market these last few months, but things are looking very promising once again. There are some ecosystem projects that have also showed some interesting new tidbits. So it's no wonder that we're seeing this ecosystem up by now 50%, 60% or more over the course of just these last 14 days. So let's dive right into this. Let's count down our favorite projects in the Sui ecosystem. Welcome to the channel. My name is Maddie and this is Altcoin Buzz. All the best of luck if you choose to invest Sui ecosystem projects or otherwise. I wish you well. Just remember that I'm not a financial or investment advisor, which means by extension, this video is not official financial or investment advice. Okay, so the big recent news from the Sui Network was their connection with a massive brand in the form of Pokemon. And a new update to Pokemon's home privacy policy lists Parasol Technologies as a new developer. And Parasol, for context, is part of the Miston Labs stable of projects, that being, of course, the team behind Sui. The official Sui Foundation blog has confirmed also Pokemon NFTs. Pokemon itself has also chimed in. They announced that you can now collect digital souvenirs that they're calling medals. It's, I guess, a different name for NFTs, but it's more or less the same thing. And this also means that you don't need a Web3 connection. Nonetheless, nothing has been officially confirmed by either Pokemon or Sui, but still, this was good enough to see the SUI token soar by 67.5%. There's more good news, though, because recently we also saw Backpack, which is the Solana wallet, has now integrated the Sui network, both on mobile and on their extension. Furthermore, and I talked about this yesterday, Sui's DEX volume surged by no less than 245% during Q1 of this year. And that's massive. If you think about Q1 of 2025, it was pretty ugly. It was pretty violent for most projects, but these are the kind of behind-the-scenes metrics that demonstrate a lot of strength. 245% increase in DEX volume. Sui's TVL also went up by 16% during the last week and by about 46% during the last month. BTCFI is also now a thing on Sui. This grew by 4 times, so it quadrupled. And now you can natively stake your BTC on Sui with Lombardi. We also saw Babylon, which is making Sui a BSN or Bitcoin Secured Network, adding to the BTCFI growth of, again, 4 times during Q1. And then the very latest news at the time of this recording is that Sui is now integrating Stacks and SBTC into its ecosystem. Next up on our list here is Walrus, whose token is WAL, W-A-L. Walrus is about to change digital storage in a big way. I mentioned Miston Labs a moment ago. That's the team behind Sui. They are also responsible for Walrus. They're the guys behind Walrus. This is a project that's also seen some pretty big recent news and some major developments. The Pudgy Penguins partnered with Walrus, and more specifically, the Pudgy Penguins are now storing all their stickers and GIFs, whatever you call them, on Tusky. And then in turn, Walrus powers Tusky. Here's a quick video where you can see them both together during the recent Token 2049 conference in Dubai. Last week, Walrus also partnered with Line Friends. It has a new game called Room. IPX picked Walrus to store their digital assets for this game, IPX being the company behind Line Friends. So I think it's pretty clear to see that the Walrus ecosystem is growing really by any measure. 133 projects are built on Walrus and currently 54 are active. That shows great potential. Sectors here include infra, DeFi, gaming, AI, NFTs, of course, DePIN, and memes. And all the positive news has translated into pretty strong price action. Walrus last week reached its current all-time high at 68 cents. It's right now at 62 cents, about 62.5 as I record. This is looking like a pretty good entry because by all accounts, and in terms of everything that they're doing right, I think new all-time highs are very likely. The market has been crazy over these past few weeks and months. We've seen a couple of huge liquidations of over $1 billion, a pump and dump recently, several, unfortunately. But Sui is built to last, including managing all these short-term fluctuations and all this crazy volatility. and any other problems that the market has encountered. Sui has quickly become one of the leading altcoins in the market, and that's for good reason. Sui is killing it in terms of all the big sectors that it supports. So for example, DeFi, that's where Sui crossed $1 billion in TVL, total value locked, and is almost at $1.5 billion in record time. Sui is also the third largest blockchain by daily active addresses with almost 2.5 million real daily users. Walrus is changing the game in terms of decentralized data storage. Its token launch, WAL, is already successful. And then we have Seal making things even more secure and more private. And then there is also Sui Play 0x1. This is coming soon with almost 10,000 pre-orders so far. As a project, Sui even has a small but growing meme coin market. So if you're a meme coin lover, if that's your jam, you can check that out as well. If you have not used Sui lately, then come give it a try and follow Sui's X account for all the latest updates. Check out the links that you'll find in the description of this video below. Next up here, we're looking at Deepbook, whose token is DEEP, D-E-E-P. It's the invisible app, if you will, on Sui. And as such, Deepbook doesn't have an app, but instead it powers almost all the dexes on Sui, hence the name. Once again, Miston Labs is the team behind Deepbook, just as they were with Sui and Walrus. Deepbook is appealing because it offers the efficiency of an order book, and it combines this with the transparency of a blockchain. So Deepbook works with a CLOB, that's a central limit order book. This offers a DeFi experience, but as if you were on a centralized exchange. That means it offers censorship-free liquidity to Sui's DeFi ecosystem, and we saw that Sui's DeFi ecosystem is growing quite a bit these days. And Deepbook, of course, is at the root really of all of this. In mid-April, it released its v3.1. Here are some of the Sui DeFi protocols that use Deepbook. So there's Cetus protocol, Turbos Finance, and SuiLend, which uses Deepbook as a liquidity layer. Other protocols also include Aftermath, Kria, FlowX, Hop Aggregator, and 7K. Plus, we have many more names that are in the pipeline. The current price of DEEP right now sits at just below 19 cents. For reference, its all-time high was 34 cents. And given this current price and given, again, what they're doing, it's a project that looks good. This is most likely a solid entry. It's been one of Sui's best performers by the numbers. Last but not least here at number 4, I want to talk about SuiLend, whose ticker is LEND, L-E-N-D. This one's really been on fire lately. During the last 14 days, for example, it's been up by just under 85%. In fact, shortly after the token launch, LEND reached its all-time high of almost $4. You know, it's cooled off a little bit, admittedly here, but seems to be gaining momentum again. Despite being down 20% on the day as I record, it sits now just below 68 cents. Could be a good entry point. And I say that because SuiLend is also the leading protocol for Sui's TVL, total value locked. Only Navi protocol comes anywhere near SuiLend's TVL. Cetus, third ranked by TVL on Sui, has almost 2/3 less TVL as compared to SuiLend. SuiLend is at its origin a borrowing and lending protocol, but that being said, it also now offers an AMM with Steam, STEAMM, and with Spring Sui, it offers LSTs, otherwise known as liquid staking tokens. Now, SuiLend also had an airdrop at its token launch. However, right now it's in season 2 for the next airdrop. If you're active on SuiLend and Steam, again, STEAMM, you can score daily points. The higher you are in terms of the leaderboard, the bigger your airdrop will be. So that's not direct advice. Do with that information what you will, but that's the information that you may want to avail yourself of. You may want to try to capitalize on. So let me know if there's another Sui ecosystem project that you're a big fan of. These are our top 4 at the moment. We feel that they have the brightest future in terms of, let's call it the medium-term time horizon. If there's something else that we've omitted from this list, if there's something else that you use or that you're excited about, let us know what that is in the comments below. Also, be sure to join us in terms of the Discord and the X discussions. You can also find those links in the description of this video below.